Yo, what's up guys, JSGC here, and we're here for another Manchester City video. Yes, we're in a different background, I'll explain all that in a moment, but don't forget, like always, if you're enjoying the content, then make sure you subscribe, pressing that red button, pressing the bell, and putting your push notifications on. Make sure also you go and check out my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, you can find it in the description below, and popping up on screen, and don't forget also, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. It's nice for Man City to be back to winning ways, really, but so yeah, we're here for a match reaction, match analysis, match review, whatever you want to call it. Just I want to have a very, it's going to be a quick video. This is just have a quick look. Literally, I've got my dog literally just trying to bite her tail right in front of me at the moment. Zookies. Yeah. Anyway, so for this game, we had Bernardo Silva starting for Manchester City, which I like Bernardo Silva, so it's always great to see Bernardo Silva starting. He went in ahead of Riyad Mahrez. David Silva, he starts too. Nothing too surprising, really. Fernandinho playing at centre-back. I do want to see him at defensive midfield, but apparently that isn't going to be happening. Otamendi started in this game. Didn't think he had too bad of a game, to be honest, which is good. For Burnley, no Barnes, we saw Drinkwater starting, which Drinkwater I rate him, but he had a really bad game in this game, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Like, feel free to disagree, but I don't think he played too well. Obviously, Burnley a bit worried that they're going to be overran in midfield, so they went with the extra midfielder, which is something I did speak about in my preview, which Burnley didn't look as natural or as aggressive as what I was expecting them to, which ultimately played a part in this game, Manchester City winning and winning comfortably. Now, City, first half, a lot better. First 15 minutes, no goal, but we did score. Jesus put it in the back of the net, corner was worked in, and there was De Bruyne put the ball in, by the way. Angelino was there to have a shot with his left foot. It ended up going into Jesus, who ended up just having a nice tidy little finish, put it into the back of the net, but he was offside. But it's always worthwhile just putting them in the back of the net, because you never know if a player's just strayed and you are onside, and it could have been a nice cheap goal for City. So yeah, it was nice and positive in the first 15 minutes, which was nice to see. 24 minutes though, we did have a goal, and it did count this time as Jesus scored. Lovely counter-attack goal. Ball was worked to Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus ended up just stepping onto his right foot, waiting and waiting. An angle's worked. The goalkeeper positions himself as to say, Jesus, there's only one way you're going to score, and it's going to have to be a perfect finish. And considering he's a striker that hadn't scored, I think, in 8 games, you wouldn't have thought so from the finish. Absolutely lovely for Gabriel. That is what we like to see, and all in all, City went into half-time deserving their lead. Half-time, much better from Manchester City, I thought. Was looking more aggressive, we was playing better, we was passing quicker, was more fluent, was getting David Silva and De Bruyne involved in the middle. Like, Angelino really suited in this game, I thought, too. Like, it was a really good performance. I'll speak more about our opposition's Burnley in just one moment, but it felt more like last season again, where just look at that killer second goal, really. It had a familiar feel to last season, and then, you know what I mean, we'd learnt our lessons. 49 minutes into 4 minutes into the second half, more poor Burnley defending. Manchester City were allowed in. City attacking, was very good attacking yesterday, I thought, but the ball's played in, and there's Gabriel Jesus waiting to just tap it in and put the ball in home for 2-0. Killed the game, really, and Burnley's heads did drop from there. I did notice Gabriel Jesus had a nice, nasty little gash on his neck. I don't know what that was all about. It's like he'd had a really bad shaving accident, really. But yeah, 68 minutes, made it 3-0. Brilliant finish from Rodri. Raheem Sterling chucked himself out the way as Rodri just fires it. I think Pope gets a nice good hand onto it, but can't stop it going into the roof of the net. Pick a lot. I thought there was some good goals scored. Like, Rodri's was probably the best, but in terms of accuracy and what needed to happen, I thought that Jesus' first goal was good. We saw Riyad Mahrez come on from the bench. We also saw Phil Foden and Eric Garcia. Nice to see Eric Garcia coming on too. That was for Fernandinho, giving him a bit of a rest, getting some squad rotation. It was good. It's what we like to see. When you're scoring, going 2-0, 3-0 up into the second half, we can start making subs. We've got a busy December schedule, start resting some players. So that's what we like to see. Ended up making it 4-0, 87 minutes. Riyad Mahrez driving. Not the greatest of finishes, but enough to put the ball in the back of the net. And that'll do Mahrez a world of good too. So it's nice to see some of our players able to find their feet again and scoring goals. That's what we like to see. Ended up making it 4-0 to Manchester City. And I would like to end the video and say it finished 4-0, but it didn't. Ended up finishing 4-1 as Man City tried to press and tackle in our half. Ball ended up playing out nicely there. And there was Brady, the substitute, ready to smack home. Ederson ended up hesitating for just half a second or so. Allows him enough room to be able to smash that ball home. Had Ederson just not hesitated, or had he hesitated and stayed back, I'm not too sure that Burnley had scored, but it allowed him just enough enough room for manoeuvre basically to be able to smash that home. Decent finish to be fair actually, and 4-1 would have done us a world of good to have kept a clean sheet and win 4-0, but it is what it is. We won 4-1, we picked up the 3 points, we played really well. I cannot complain. My opinion, full-time 4-1 Manchester City. Great response from the disappointment of the Newcastle draw after going ahead twice. Great response to the last few weeks and what's happened with City, and it's great preparation for us going into the Manchester derby at the weekend, which in my opinion is a perfect time to have a Manchester derby, particularly at the Etihad. So now, really looking forward to that game. Checking the stats for this game, City ended up having 76% possession to Burnley's 24. 4 shots for Burnley, 2 on target, scoring 1 goal. It does concern me then teams are coming forward only having 2 shots on target and 1's going in, but that is something that City do need to work on. Had we not put our chances away in this game, could have been a closer game, so that is something we do need to work on. But 17 shots for City, 8 on target, 4 goals. That is much, much better. 774 passes, 89% pass completion rate. We've got it back to what we want. 250 passes from Burnley, 65% pass completion rate. 2 clear-cut chances created for Man City, just 1 for Burnley. Crosses, neither team that brilliant, so I'll skip that stat really, because that's just me waffling. There's no relevance to it. City ended up having more corners, more recoveries. Burnley ended up having more tackles, more interceptions, more blocks, more headed clearances, and City ended up having more clearances in the game, which is quite surprising. Aerial duels, Burnley comes as no surprise, a lot better than City, with Pope being kept more busy than Ederson, which again comes literally as no surprise. So I was having to think about this game really, and like, where's it gone wrong? Like, why has Man City not played like this for the last few games and that? And I put it down to our opposition, Burnley. I felt like they got their approach all wrong in this game. I'm not going to take anything away from City. I thought we played fantastic and it was nice to see. And we did all of the basics that we come to expect from City. Like, all that was lacking really was a goal in the first 15 minutes really. And we did get that, but it was offside. So it was a perfect performance really from Man City. And it was much like ourselves from last season and the season before. But I thought Burnley made it too easy for City. Poor defensive mistakes, being overran. They looked like they weren't comfortable. They'd strayed away from playing their normal formation. They didn't look comfortable. And City were ruthless. They presented us the opportunities. As long as we've got the clinical touch, we're going to win this game. And that is what's happened. Albeit we haven't been that clinical at some games this season. We was clinical in this game, so we've improved on that. That's good. We need to take that into the Manchester derby. I just felt like Burnley were too open in this game. Way too open. Newcastle a lot better defensively. They might have conceded twice, but they were a lot tighter and made it a lot more difficult. Burnley made that too easy. Man United could be accused of that too, making things too easy for teams. And if they do that at the Etihad, they'll get punished again. So, yeah, it's nice just to get things going again. Hopefully that could be the pivotal moment for City and we can start to kick on for the rest of the season. But we played well, we took our chances, we won the game, was a lot sharper, a lot more focused, and a lot more what we'd come to expect from Man City under Pep Guardiola. Great for Gabriel Jesus, scoring 2 goals. Thought he was fantastic, so well done to him, scoring his well-taken goal too. He gets my JSGC man of the match. Rodri, though, I thought had a fantastic game, in my opinion. Great goal he scored, dominating, dictating, and everything that we've come to expect from a dominating defensive midfielder, really. So, yeah, perfect performance. And like I said, I thought Angelino had a very good game. I thought Otamendi had a very good game. Decent. 3 points. We move on. We're going to the next game. We're now, at this moment in time, we're recording. Liverpool haven't played Everton just yet, but we are 8 points behind Liverpool. So if we can get a favour off Everton at Anfield, it's a derby, anything can happen, then that'd be great. That'd be a real good confidence boost for City going into the coming weeks and going into the derby. So fingers crossed something happens there. Looking further ahead for City, we've got Champions League coming up next week, I think. We've also got Arsenal away coming up. So lots of big games, squad rotation coming up. For me, though, I'd go with the same team went in this game. That's just my opinion. I thought it worked really well. I think every single player deserves to start that started in this game if they're fit to start and happy to start. And they're not tired, I'd start them in the derby. That's just my opinion, but I thought all the players did well and they deserved their place in the Man City starting 11 for the derby. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Don't forget also, make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Social media links in description below and popping up on screen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and I'll see you all again for the next Manchester City video, which will be a preview for that Manchester United game. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and don't forget, we're aiming for 5,100 subscribers just 4 subscribers away, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll see you all again for then. So it's been JSGC. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.